So we've just finished watching that video. Anyone know what it's called? Yeah, that's right. We Know the Way. Obviously from the movie Moana. Some of you have probably seen it. With that being said, I'm pretty sure it's a dead giveaway what we're going to cover. We're going to go over Polynesia, and specifically the Polynesian Expansion into the Pacific. Now, I'm sure a lot of you, when I say Polynesia, you have whatever ideas come straight to mind. Keep those in mind, because we're going to talk about them in a moment. Right now, I just want to break down what we're going to cover for this next little bit. This will be what we cover for the rest of the term. We're going to go into the topic of what Polynesia actually is. Like, some of you may not be familiar with the term. For those of you that are, you may not understand like the full what it fully encompasses and how it's different from, say, Melanesia or Micronesia, these geographical locations. That being said, we're also going to cover the different migration theories, how these people that had no metal, had no nails, they had no navigational tools, managed to colonize an area that is bigger than Russia and it's covered with ocean. That's a pretty incredible feat, something that no other civilization in the world has been able to do, and yet they're called primitive. We'll go into how these people managed to colonize these islands, not just survive, but flourish, developing culture, developing navigational means and tools, developing technologies that were well suited for the environments which they lived in, and also the natural resources which they depended on. And it's remarkable to think that Polynesians not only were able to, like I said, survive, but really thrive, considering such small, limited use of tools and resources. The foods which they ate were, in a way, perfectly suited, although rather limited in range and variety. But that being said, that's especially what we're going to cover in the first little bit. Eventually we'll move on to, besides migration theories, how they got there. We'll look at the specific methods, celestial navigation, the types of canoes which they used, the specific foods which they needed to survive on, and some experts' ideas, input as to how these things could have been achieved. We'll then go on and cover one Polynesian society in depth. I'm open to suggestions as to what you guys want to study. There are several civilizations available, but if we're not able to come to a consensus, we're just going to go with Hawaii, because that's the one that I'm most familiar with. And we'll cover everything from a typical day in the life of a Hawaiian, from all different ranks, be it chiefs to slaves and everyone in between. We'll cover how the society was regulated, the laws, the customs, the culture, and religious beliefs. We'll have to compare how their lives were to ours, not to say whose was better, but just to see how markedly different our lifestyles were, and yet, in a way, how free and enjoyable theirs could be compared to ours. After that, we're going to look into one specific cultural aspect of that particular society. So, for instance, we could cover, say, the art of tattooing in Samoan culture, or over there as it's known, tatau. We might cover the Maoris and their specific war dances, like the haka, as you guys know. If not that, like I said, if we just go into Hawaii, then we'll probably end up covering the hula, which is more than just like a ladies' dance. It's a generic term for dance, which can cover men, women, older, young, and ranges from all types of topics, from creation to how certain chiefs were formed, how certain tribes were formed, and so on.